Hi, folks. Good afternoon, everyone. So, today we are going to start with our day three of questions for NABARD 2021. These questions are from the section of economic and social issues. ये current affairs के questions हैं. A lot of these questions have already been discussed by Manish sir. A lot of topics have already been discussed by Manish sir, but I will be picking it up again. नीति 5-10 मिनट का थोड़ा सा ध्यान रखिए, हो जाता है कभी कभी, इट हैपन्स. आई वॉज वर्किंग ऑन सम टेक्निकल प्रॉब्लम. ठीक है ना. चेतन इज सेइंग नो ऑडियो. लेट मी जस्ट चेक. हेलो. देर इज ऑडियो, देर इज कंप्लीट ऑडियो. प्लीज ट्राई अगेन. आई थिंक इट शुड बी ऑडिबल नाउ. हेलो. Just let me know if I am audible. I think it should be completely fine at the back end. I can see that the audio is working fine. Let everyone join and we'll be starting in the next 2-3 minutes. Today again we are going to pick up another 20 questions from economic and social issues section which are relevant for the upcoming NABARD examination. Not only the questions but the topics behind these questions are important. वो ध्यान में रखना ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है. जो ये topics हैं इनमें से questions आने के chances बहुत high हैं, तो आपको ये topics ध्यान रखने हैं. You have to try and cover these topics and not only focus on the questions. I will be highlighting the topics as well. The PDF of this session is already available in the description section below. तो description से download कर सकते हैं PDF. Please make sure that you're not looking at the answers while I am discussing these questions and their answers with you. Otherwise, the entire purpose of this session will be defeated. Okay. चलिए start करते हैं. First question, question number 41 for today. A scheme was launched by Government of India which is aimed at correcting imbalances in the availability of affordable tertiary care healthcare services. Correcting imbalances in the availability of affordable tertiary care healthcare services and for augmenting the facilities for quality medical education in the underserved states in particular. Under the scheme, setting up of aims like institutions and upgradation of existing state level or state government medical colleges is being done. We have to identify the scheme and when was the scheme launched. तो आपको सबसे पहले तो scheme identify करनी है and then you have to tell me when was the scheme launched. मेरा अस्पताल इनिशिएटिव, पीएम स्वास्थ्य सुरक्षा योजना, नेशनल हेल्थ मिशन, कायाकल्प इनिशिएटिव, पीएम स्वास्थ्य सुरक्षा योजना, and when was the scheme launched. You have to identify that as well. Answer के साथ there is a link available and if you click on that link you will be taken to the website which has all the possible information about this initiative, about this scheme. तो वो effort मैं आपका कम कर रहा हूँ and simultaneously through that we are also learning how to Google and find the right page or the right URL for a particular scheme. चलिए एक बार देखते हैं इसका. Let's say first let us see who can identify the right name of the scheme. Nilesh is saying A, Vishal is also saying A, Mamta is saying B, Tanuj is saying B, Pratik is saying E. Let's have more answers, guys. We've had only 5 answers till now. Resmi says B. Ankur is saying that can I please discuss in detail for the topics you just said. The problem is अगर 20 questions से 20 topics detail में discuss करेंगे number 1 तो उसमें 2-3 घंटे लगेंगे number 1. चलिए वो भी हटा देते हैं कि सर 2-3 घंटे बैठ के डिस्कस करते हैं. नंबर 2 द प्रॉब्लम इज कि ये सारे टॉपिक्स हम ऑलरेडी डिस्कस कर चुके हैं, तो बार बार रिपीट करना थोड़ा सा अटपटा लगता है. इट लुक्स अ लिटिल बैड. इट मेक्स मोर सेंस कि हम नई चीज़ पढ़ाएं. और अगर आपको यही टॉपिक्स देखने हैं, यू कैन ईजिली गूगल इट, गो ऑन यूट्यूब, गो ऑन माई चैनल, सर्च करोगे, मेजॉरिटी ऑफ द टॉपिक्स यू विल फाइंड हेयर एज वेल. ओके, तो मेजॉरिटी टॉपिक्स आपको कहीं ना कहीं मिल जाएंगे. मनीष सर ने सारे डिस्कस किए हैं. सो आई वुड रिकमेंड एंड आई वुड रिक्वेस्ट कि आप ये वाला एफर्ट खुद लगाएं थोड़ा सा, एंड कीप सर्चिंग फॉर दीज टॉपिक्स. इसीलिए आपको लिंक भी दिया है, सो दैट you can cover these topics on your own as well. Yes, the answer to this question is option number B, PM Swasthya Suraksha Yojana 2003. Shubham is saying, please conduct something on decision making. The model questions were very theoretical and thus difficult. मॉडल क्वेश्चंस मैंने देखे, मुझे लगा कि काफ़ी कॉमन सेंस और कॉन्सेप्चुअल थे. टेक्निकल नहीं था उनमें कुछ. अगर आप एक बार आंसर ऑप्शंस ध्यान से देखोगे तो आपको समझ आ जाएगा. बट हमारे पास काफ़ी सारे क्वेश्चंस हैं डिसीजन मेकिंग के. आई विल ट्राई एंड हैव अ सेशन टुमारो ऑन डिसीजन मेकिंग ऑल्सो. ठीक है, एक बार गूगल करके देखते हैं स्वास्थ्य सुरक्षा योजना. ये वाला लिंक अवेलेबल है ऑलरेडी हमारे पास. 1 सेकेंड. So this is what we have. यहाँ पे if you go on history of the scheme or about scheme, you will find everything related to the scheme. 1 second. I don't know why is it not opening. It might not be very friendly for iPad, but I think it's okay. You understood. Scheme में आप जाओगे, there is a section of about scheme. So when you click on about scheme, you will be taken on this other page. आ गया, about scheme आ गया. So here you can see all the information related to प्रधानमंत्री स्वास्थ्य सुरक्षा योजना is available. Majority information यहाँ पर है. And this is an official website of Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. PM स्वास्थ्य सुरक्षा योजना के लिए ही अलग से एक वेबसाइट है. So that is how you can figure out कि this is genuine, this is reliable information. Okay. चलिए, the answers were right. Majority of the answers you got them right. विनीशा, दी PDF इज अवेलेबल इन दी डिस्क्रिप्शन, वहां से आप उठा सकते हैं. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन पे आते हैं. क्वेश्चन नंबर 42. आई होप यू कैन सी द एंटायर क्वेश्चन. The National Family Health Survey is a large-scale and multi-round survey. NFHS 5 की बात हो रही है. There were 5 new dimensions. Consider the following statements regarding the data released in National Family Health Survey 5, and we have to identify the correct ones. Bihar's total fertility ratio has declined from 3.4 in NFHS 4 to 3. Sex ratio at birth for children born in the last 5 years is below 950 for 7 of the 17 states. In Kerala, nearly 100% of the births were institutional births. The proportion of women and men between the age of 15 to 49 years who are overweight or obese have increased across nearly all states. We have to identify the correct ones from here. Let's see who can answer it correctly. Krishna, your comments are showing perfectly here. Okay, let's have the answers, guys. The actual or the genuine credible information on this is available on PRS website. So PRS India, Google karoge NFHS 5 PRS, you will be taken to a page of PRS where majority of the information is available. You can also go through the NFHS 5 official document, but वो बहुत बड़ा है. It's too big. So you might get confused and you might feel कि यार ये तो हो ही नहीं सकता है. You might give up. It's better कि आप ऐसा कोई पेज ढूंढें जहाँ पे majority of the information is available. If not all, it doesn't matter if it is not complete. Okay. Nilesh says B. Mamta says D or E. 1E, 1B, 2B, 2, 3, 4 are correct. D, then E, then B, then E. So there's a lot of confusion between B and E. 234 or 123. Okay. One second. Hmm. Okay. I think there is a problem in the question. एक बार identify करते हैं. Can you tell me specifically which all statements are for sure correct? देखो पहला तो करेक्ट है. बिहार CFR has gone down from 3.4 to 3. Kerala, yes, nearly 100% of the births are institutional births. Sex ratio has gone down below 950 for 7 states. It is also correct as per PRS. Proportion of men between the age of 15 to 49 who are overweight or obese have increased across nearly all states. ये भी correct है. So the correct answer should be 1, 2, 3 and 4. I think we should have 4 also here. So the answer would be all of them are correct. Okay, and not and there's no option which is incorrect. Let's go to PRS and try and figure out how much information is available there. So मैंने NFHS, I googled NFHS 5 PRS and I have been taken to this page, and this page has almost all the information as you can see related to नेशनल फैमिली हेल्थ सर्वे 5. ठीक है ना. बहुत अच्छे से चार्ट से समझा के उन्होंने बताया है. देव कंपाइल्ड मेजॉरिटी ऑफ द इंफॉर्मेशन विच वाज प्रोवाइडेड बाय द नेशनल फैमिली हेल्थ सर्वे. तो यू कैन वेरी मच रिलाई ऑन एंड यूज PRS information on this as well. Okay, very good information available, very well organized and structured information available here. यहाँ पे आप देखोगे that all the information, all the options that have been mentioned there are correct. Bihar's TFR, it says here, has declined from 3.4 to 3. Okay. Similarly, sex ratio at birth for children born in the last 5 years is below 950 for 7 out of 17 states. Okay. And we have two more informations. Whatever is mentioned there, they are also available here as well. Okay. तो आपको यहाँ पर सारी information मिल जाएगी. I would recommend that you revise NFHS 5 through this page if you don't have any notes. If you have notes, you can sync between the notes. You can proofread the notes by first revising from the notes and then going to this page and then seeing for yourself कि यार जो मैंने notes में पढ़ा था वो सही यहाँ पे आ रहा है कि नहीं आ रहा है. Okay, that is what you can do. Next पे आते हैं question number 43. Consider the following statements regarding the data released. Another question on NFHS 5, and we have to identify the incorrect statements this time. Incorrect statements identify करनी है this time. In women literacy rate, Manipur is at the bottom among all the states and UTs. UP has the highest total fertility rate of 3. Maternal mortality rate, Mizoram is at the bottom. Tamil Nadu has the highest rate of institutional birth rate in India. देखो दो information तो हमने identify कर ली based on the previous question. Bihar has a total fertility rate of 3, so this is incorrect. Instead of Tamil Nadu, it should be Kerala. Kerala has highest rate of institutional birth rate in India. So option number 2 and option number 4 are incorrect. So 2, 4 is available here, not available here. So it should be removed. 2 and 4 not available here. It's available here as well. Okay. So the answer is among A, B or E. Now we have to identify whether women literacy rate, Manipur is at the bottom or not. In maternal mortality, Mizoram is at the bottom or not. Okay. By bottom, we mean the lowest maternal mortality rate. Let's see who can answer it correctly. Question number 43. Nilesh says E, Akhil says E, and Vishal also says E. So we have 3 E's. Bhansingh says E. Let's see if we can have more good answers here. Vidya Devi says E. Okay, come on guys, जल्दी जल्दी आंसर करिए. बहुत धीरे धीरे आंसर्स मिल रहे हैं. It is fine if your answer is incorrect, but do answer. That is more important. Incorrect और correct होना ज़रूरी कम है, and typing in your answers, having the courage to actually give an answer and then face the consequences of that कि यार गलत हो गया, क्यों गलत हुआ, let's identify that. That is more important. आंसर नहीं करेंगे then you are escaping from the entire sequence which is to follow. जो sequence उसके बाद follow होता आप पूरा escape कर गए. Okay. Gaurav says E. Yes, the answer is E. All 1, 2, 3, and 4 are incorrect. Manipur is not at the bottom. Bihar is at the bottom in women literacy rate. In maternal mortality, it is Sikkim, which is at the bottom. Okay. And we've already identified the correct options for option number 2 and 4. Okay. Chaliye, let's move on to the next question. It was connected with NFHS, so no new page required. You can visit the PRS and use this as well. Consider the following statements regarding Mission Karm Yogi, launched by the Government of India to enhance Indian cultural values and sensibilities. Mission Karm Yogi. There is another name for Mission Karm Yogi. That is your first task in this question. आपको वो identify करना है. What is the other name for Mission Karm Yogi? To enhance the Indian cultural values and sensibilities among civil servants, we have to identify the correct statements out of these. Okay. Total outlay 610 crore, duration 5 years. Public Human Resource Council headed by Prime Minister will be set up under this mission. We have to identify the correct statements, guys. What is the other name for Mission Karm Yogi? Nilesh says A, only 2 and 3. Total outlay 510 crore. Is it 510 crore? Or is it something else? Let's go to the website and see. एक बार गूगल करते हैं मिशन कर्म योगी. हमने गूगल किया. Okay, we are taken to this page by PIB, the most credible, the most reliable. Okay. यहाँ पर I don't think it's available. What is the total outlay of this? Other information is available here, but outlay यहाँ पर नहीं है. So we come back. We go to dot.gov.in. Okay, there is a PDF here, so I would not want to go there. Let's Google Mission Karm Yogi outlay. Yes, total outlay is 510 crore. It says here on economictimes.com. Very well said, Nilesh. Wonderful. विशाल से 6510 वो एक एरर है. दैट इज़ वाई आई वांटेड टू चेक. देखिए 510 करोड़ है, नॉट 6510 करोड़. जो पीडीएफ है वहाँ पर 6510 करोड़ लिखा है. दैट इज़ वाई आई थॉट लेट्स चेक एंड क्लैरिफाई दिस. इट इज़ नॉट 6510, इट इज़ 510. यहाँ पे करेक्शन कर लीजिए. These mistakes should not happen, but they do happen. Yes, the answer is only 2 and 3 are correct. Option number A is correct here. Duration is 5 years. Public Human Resource Council with Prime Minister as the head is to be set up. You can visit this website जो अभी हमने देखा था in order to gather majority of the information. ठीक है? I hope it's clear now. Let's move on to the next question. Question 45. Basic conceptual question. Current affairs से connected नहीं है, but logical question hai. Let's see who can answer it correctly without having to look at the options, without having to look at the answer. Sorry. With respect to development finance institutions in India, identify the correct statements. Development financial institutions ke related relation mein we have to identify the correct statements. First DFI was set up in the year 1948. Currently only sector specific DFIs are available in India. NABARD has converted itself into a universal bank in 1992. These are the keywords that I have highlighted for you. Let's see who can answer it correctly. We have to identify the correct statements here. 45A, 1 and 2 are correct. Okay, Nilesh says A, 45. 1 and 2 are correct. Akhil says A, 1 and 2 are correct. Aviral says 1 and 2 only. A, again A. Why is 3 incorrect? Why is 3 incorrect? Can anyone type in and tell me in the chat box why is 3 incorrect? Majority of the people are saying A. Somebody said E. All are correct. Majority of the people are saying A. Either majority are correct or majority are going in the wrong direction, and the correct answer is E. Okay, can anyone tell me why is it that NABARD has converted itself into a universal bank in 1992 is incorrect? Geeta says it's 1982. Okay, they've converted themselves into a universal bank in 1982. Is that correct? Is that the reason? NABARD is not a bank. NABARD is not a bank because it does not accept funds from the normal public. Bank acts as an intermediary, right? It has to accept deposits and then it has to give out loans. NABARD, on the other hand, does give out loans, but it does not accept deposits from the general public. तो यूनिवर्सल बैंक तो छोड़ो, बैंक भी नहीं है वो. Okay, although the name says National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development, it says bank, but it is a bank for agricultural and rural development specifically. Okay, and it is a development financial institution. It is not even a bank. Okay, ये कॉन्सेप्ट वाली बात है, ये लॉजिक वाली बात है कि द नबार्ड इज नॉट fulfilling the entire responsibility of a bank. It is not doing what a bank can do. So it does not have the right to receive funds from the public. Okay, it is a regulatory body. It is a development financial institution. We can say that it is a development financial institution because it gives out funds for development of agriculture and rural sector. That is the primary responsibility of NABARD. Can anyone tell me in 1982 NABARD was created by segregating or separating from RBI? What department in RBI was separated and turned into NABARD? So this is your homework in case you're not aware about it. आपको ये ढूंढना है. Very very relevant question, very logical question. एक डिपार्टमेंट था आरबीआई में दैट वाज सेपरेटेड एंड क्रिएटेड इनटू नाबार्ड. ये नाबार्ड की वेबसाइट पे आपको मिल जाएगा. ओके, लेट्स मूव फॉरवर्ड with question number 46. Partnership for Maternal, Newborn and Child Health, PMNCH, Partnership for Maternal, Newborn and Child Health, has released its 2021 to 2025 strategy for well-being of maternal, newborn and adolescents. With respect to PMNCH, identify the correct statements. We have to identify the correct ones. Okay. It was launched in 2000. Current Executive Director Helga Fogstad, Secretariat, New York. Because it released recently its report of strategy for 2021 to 2025, that is why it becomes important. इसलिए मैंने क्वेश्चन यहाँ पर डाला है. Okay. ARDC, yes. Agriculture Refinance Development Corporation. Let's have the answers to question number 46. Nilesh says A. Only 2 and 3 are correct. Nilesh says A. Only 2 and 3 are correct. Let's have the other answers, guys. Okay, today evening we are going to have a session possibly on positive discrimination. वो एक टॉपिक है जो बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट्स मांग रहे हैं कि सर प्लीज़ हैव अ सेशन ऑन पॉजिटिव डिस्क्रिमिनेशन एज सून एज पॉसिबल. सो वी विल ट्राई एंड हैव अ सेशन ऑन पॉजिटिव डिस्क्रिमिनेशन टुडे इवनिंग. ठीक है. आई होप येस्टरडे सेशन ऑन रोल ऑफ एग्रीकल्चर इन डेवलपमेंट वॉज यूजफुल. कुछ ना कुछ काम आया होगा आपके. The idea of these sessions is to generate an understanding. देखो मॉर्निंग वाला जो सेशन है, this is focused on the examination. The evening session is yes focused on the examination, but simultaneously it is also focused on generating an understanding. Okay, that is also important. Akhil says B. Some people are saying A. Some people are saying C. काफ़ी इसमें प्रॉब्लम है लोगों को. Very unexpected topic. chances भी कम है एग्जाम में आने के, बट दे डू throw these kind of bouncers, and these are the ones which identify or which define whether you get selected or not. देखिए एग्जाम में क्या होता है, I'll tell you what happens in the examination. For example, there are 40 questions. Out of these, 25 questions will be the ones which all the serious aspirants can answer. Unserious aspirants तो हटा ही दो, okay? All the serious aspirants can answer. Unserious को तो मैं हटा ही रहा हूँ, they don't matter, they don't count. उसके बाद आते हैं, let's say another 10 questions, and then we have another 5 questions. ये 5 questions ऐसे होंगे that no one can answer. These are bouncers, these are meant to be left out. ये आपको कोई नहीं आंसर कर सकता है, ये ऐसी ऐसी जगह से पूछे होंगे, किसी को भी नहीं पता होगा. ओके, रैंडमली एक दो लोगों को पता होगा. Unserious aspirants might know the answers of these questions. हो सकता है नेशनल अवार्ड किसी मूवी का पूछ लिया हो. Those kind of silly things they might ask. It might be anything. It might be important. It might be unimportant. But these are the questions which no one can answer. Okay, majority of the students, 99% of the students cannot answer. ये जो 10 question बचे हैं ना, these decide whether you get selected or not in phase 1. I'm talking about phase 1 right now. तो आपकी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है एज अ सीरियस एस्पिरेंट टू फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल मास्टर दीज 25 क्वेश्चंस. दैट इज योर फर्स्ट रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी. सेकेंड रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी जो साइमल्टेनियसली सीरियस एस्पिरेंट्स की चलती है, दैट इज टू ऑल्सो ट्राई एंड मास्टर दीज 10 क्वेश्चंस. नाउ व्हाट आर दीज 10 क्वेश्चंस? दीज 10 क्वेश्चंस आर फ्रॉम द एरियाज विच आर लेस एक्सपेक्टेड, नंबर वन. एंड सेकेंडली, यू मस्ट हैव रेड इट बट यू कैन नॉट रिकॉल इट, बिकॉज हमें लगता है यार ये कम इम्पॉर्टेंट है, या फिर इतना डेप्थ में नहीं पूछेगा नाबार्ड, या फिर यू माइट हैव अ लॉट ऑफ अदर नोशंस अबाउट दीज काइंड ऑफ क्वेश्चंस. फॉर एग्जांपल, हमें लगा यार ये पार्टनरशिप फॉर मैटरनल न्यूबॉर्न चाइल्ड हेल्थ स्ट्रैटेजी ज़्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं है, लेट्स लीव इट. ओके, या फिर एक बार पढ़ के यू डोंट कम बैक टू इट, सो यू माइट lose out on these kind of questions. I'm not saying that these are relevant from your knowledge point of view, but these are relevant from examination point of view. ये ऐसे questions होते हैं which differentiate between serious aspirants who cover everything and serious aspirants who cover only the most important things. Okay, so these 25 questions are the most important ones, most important topics, जहाँ से आपको आएंगे ही आएंगे. Okay, नीरज, yes, RBI Grade B classes भी start होंगी after 25th. We are going to start with them. फिर उनको कंटिन्यू करेंगे, ठीक है. नाबार्ड एक बार खत्म हो जाए, देन वील कंटिन्यू दोस. ओके, RBI और SEBI दोनों की ही स्टार्ट करेंगे साइमल्टेनियसली. Yes, the answer to this question is option number B. Only 2 is correct. Option number A is incorrect because it was launched in 2005 and the headquarters are in Geneva, administered by WTO, headquartered in Geneva. Okay. चलिए नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन पे आते हैं. दी लिंक इज ऑल्सो अवेलेबल हेयर. यू कैन यूज दिस लिंक टू रीड मोर अबाउट दिस इनिशिएटिव. ठीक है, 5-10 मिनट लगा सकते हैं. लेट्स मूव टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. क्वेश्चन नंबर 47 फॉर टुडे. कंसिडर द फॉलोइंग स्टेटमेंट्स अबाउट व्हीकल स्क्रैपिंग पॉलिसी. वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, यहाँ से क्वेश्चन आ सकता है. ओके, commercial vehicles be deregistered after 20 years in case of failure to get fitness certificate. 4 to 6% of ex-showroom price of a new vehicle to be given to the owner of the scrapping by the scrapping center. Vehicle manufacturers will be advised to give a discount of 5% on new vehicle against the scrapping certificate. It is expected to attract additional investments of around 10,000 crores and 35,000 job opportunities. Let's see who can answer this correctly. We have to identify the correct statements here, guys. क्वेश्चन नंबर 47 पे हैं हम. Please don't have a look at the answers which are given in the PDF that I have shared with you. Nilesh says D, only 2, 3 and 4 are correct. Gaurav says 15 years instead of 20 years. Let's see if that is correct. Everyone till now says D. Let's see if anyone has an answer other than D. Aviral says 2, 3 and 4 are correct. D. Ayan Khan says E is correct. 1, 3 and 4 are correct. Nivedita says C is correct. That is only 2 and 4 are correct. Another one for E. Another one for E. Okay, थोड़ा सा confusion है. Some students are getting confused between another one for C, between C, D and E. थोड़ा सा confusion है, but it's fine. It's fine. This is an important topic. This is an important area जहाँ से question आपसे पूछा जा सकता है. Okay. Option elimination can be a good option here. Yeah, what Anirban is trying to say is that elimination can be a good method here. We can eliminate some of the options about which we are completely certain, and then we can identify which ones are left. Okay. 15 years is for government commercial vehicles. Let's check it out. Let's check it out. IBEF की website हमने देखी है. Let's go to that only. So vehicle scrap policy. Because this is the latest one updated on 6th April, so I thought let's go to this only. Okay, it says according to the new policy, commercial vehicles of 15 years and passenger vehicles of 20 years will have to be mandatorily scrapped if they do not pass the fitness and emission tests. I hope you can read through this paragraph. I don't know how to write here, probably not very friendly with iPad yet, but yes, I hope you can read and go through this. Commercial vehicles के लिए 15 years, passenger vehicles के लिए 20 years. Okay, so it is not government commercial vehicles, it is for commercial vehicles. Okay, you can verify it further if you want to, but according to me it is commercial vehicles and not government commercial vehicles. So it will be 15 years for all the commercial vehicles. A is incorrect, and so 2, 3 and 4 are correct, so the answer option should be option number D. Okay, let's come to question number 48. You can visit this page. You can search for other pages also if you want to verify the information further. Question number 48 पे आते हैं. The medical termination of pregnancy, very very important, बहुत ही ज़्यादा important bill है because this has been passed in the Rajya Sabha. Consider the following statements regarding the bill and identify incorrect statements. Under the act, a pregnancy may be terminated up to 20 weeks by a married woman. Opinion of state level medical board is essential for a pregnancy to be terminated after 24 weeks in case of some abnormalities. Every state government is required to constitute a medical board, क्योंकि वो medical board ही decide करेगा whether you are allowed to terminate your pregnancy or not. Okay, let's convert this and say we have to identify the correct statements and not incorrect statements because the answers are in such a format. Okay, question number 48, we have to identify, let's say, the correct statements and not the incorrect statements. PIB पे इसकी डिटेल्स दी हुई हैं. आई वुड रिक्वेस्ट एवरीवन टू गो थ्रू दिस टॉपिक. दिस बिल काफ़ी इंपॉर्टेंट है. पास्ड वेरी रिसेंटली इन 2021. वेरी हाई चांसेस ऑफ बीइंग आस्क्ड. फेज 1 में नहीं तो फेज 2 में, फेज 2 में नहीं तो फेज 1 में. इट कैन बी आस्क्ड इन द एग्जामिनेशन. ओके, 48 ECD, देयर इज अ लॉट ऑफ कंफ्यूजन. काफ़ी ज़्यादा कंफ्यूजन है. Okay, keep giving the answers. I'll just be back with a glass of water. Okay, so the answer to this question is option number E. All are correct. तीनों ही correct हैं, कोई भी incorrect नहीं है. Let's go through this page and try and see what all information we can find. ओके, सो दिस इज एज ऑन 17 मार्च 2021, काफ़ी लेटेस्ट है. इसके बाद कोई भी अपडेशन नहीं हुआ है. नो अपडेशन हैज़ बीन मेड इन दिस. ओके, सो राज्यसभा has already approved medical termination of pregnancy amendment bill to amend the Medical Termination of Pregnancy Act 1971. The features are given. These are the features. बहुत briefly दिए हुए हैं, but these are enough. ठीक है ना. अगर आप चाहें, let's search for it on PRS. PRS should have something interesting on this. Yes, PRS does. Beautiful. So it has also the highlights are available here. Key issues and analysis, highlights of the bill, key features are available. See, beautifully mentioned here. Okay. Medical board if 24 weeks have already passed and only possible in case of some fetal abnormality. Okay. So this is a better link I can say, and इस तरह से you can search for the right links for the information, और इससे आपकी preparation काफ़ी holistic हो सकती है. Okay, so this is the way you move forward. You identify certain good websites and then you can go on to those websites and make sure कि आपकी information जो है वो complete मिलती है आपको. चलिए next पे आते हैं. The Union Minister of Health and Family Welfare, Dr. Harshvardhan, has been appointed as chairperson of Stop TB Partnership Board. Why is it relevant? देखो, दो चीज़ें हैं जिस पे क्वेश्चन आ सकता है, पोलियो एंड टीबी. Why? What is the reason? Because a lot of refugees from Afghanistan have been coming back to India. Okay, whether they are Indians or not Indians, a lot of refugees have been coming back, and Afghanistan is one of the nations which still has high cases of polio and high cases of TB. तो वहाँ से हो सकता है कि टीबी या पोलियो वो कैरियर बन के आ जाए यहाँ पर, एंड दे माइट पास इट ऑन टू इंडियंस. टीबी तो ऑलरेडी इंडिया में है. वी हैव बीन सफरिंग फ्रॉम टीबी, बट वी हैव गॉट रिड ऑफ पोलियो, and therefore these people from Afghanistan, they were being given polio shots on the airport when they entered India. Therefore there might be questions on both TB and polio or any one of them. तो आपको ये कवर करके जाने हैं. You should have a good understanding about the progress of polio in India, the situation of polio in the world, the progress of TB in India, the schemes related to polio and TB in India, and the situation of TB also in India and the entire world. Okay. Coming back to the question, the partnership was established in the year 2000. It has 1500 partner organizations. Secretariat is based at New York. That is the reason that I have included this question. We have to identify the correct statements. Somebody says Secretariat in Geneva, Switzerland. That is correct. Therefore, this option is incorrect. Option 1, 2000, and option 2, 1500 partner organizations. That is correct. So, the answer option to this is option number A, that is only 1 and 2 are correct. Okay. Wonderful, wonderful. Chali, we had to identify the correct statements and not the incorrect statements. Okay. चलिए नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन पे आते हैं. क्वेश्चन नंबर 50 फॉर टुडे. द स्टेट ऑफ ग्लोबल एयर रिपोर्ट बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. पोल्यूशन हैज़ बीन एट द सेंटर ऑफ अ लॉट ऑफ डिस्कशंस. एस्टैब्लिश्ड इन 2000, not 2001. Okay. A lot of discussions have been happening around the state of pollution and climate change around the world. So the State of Global Air Report 2020 becomes important, released by US-based Health Effects Institute. With respect to the report, identify the incorrect statements. Somebody saying established in 2001. एक बार गूगल करके देखते हैं. Let us see and identify. Stop TB Partnership Board. Have I given any link? I have given a link of PIB. Let's see if it has information about See, it says established in the year 2000, Stop TB partnership is mandated to eliminate TB as a public health problem. It is very clearly mentioned. It has clearly mentioned कि ये 2000 में सेटअप हुआ है. देखो, विजन मैगजीन जो है वो भी पीआईबी से बनती है, और जो हमारी पीआईबी 247 है वो भी पीआईबी से बनती है. तो कोई यूनिक तो दे नहीं देंगे. जो भी हम उठाते हैं दैट इज पिक्ड अप बाय विजन ऑल्सो, और व्हाटएवर विजन पिक्स अप दैट इज पिक्ड अप बाय अस ऑल्सो, बिकॉज वी आर यूजिंग द सेम सोर्स. गवर्नमेंट का सोर्स तो एक ही है ना, इट इज़ पीआईबी. तो पीआईबी अगर गवर्नमेंट का एक ही सोर्स है तो इन्फॉर्मेशन भी सिमिलर होगी, क्वेश्चंस भी सिमिलर ही बन के आएंगे कहीं ना कहीं. दैट इज़ वेरी ऑब्वियस. ओके. Although Manish sir makes all these questions by himself, does the entire PIB by himself, खुद बनाया जाता है ओरिजिनली, कहीं से भी उठाया नहीं जाता है, बिकॉज विजन इज फोकस्ड ऑन यूपीएससी, वी आर फोकस्ड ऑन आरबीआई एंड नाबार्ड. सो वी ट्राई टू गिव आउट information in a different way than how it is given by vision. काफ़ी डिफरेंसेस होते हैं, बट येस द टॉपिक्स विल रिमेन द सेम, क्योंकि वो भी मेजॉरिटी इन्फॉर्मेशन पीआईबी से ही लेते हैं. ओके. State of Global Air report has been released by US based Health Effects Institute. We have to identify the incorrect statements. Which of the following are incorrect? Nepal has the highest average PM 2.5. India has the maximum ozone exposure. Maximum infant deaths due to air pollution occurred in Pakistan. Yes, Sunil, of course. It doesn't matter whether the health minister has been changed or not. There can be a question on the TB, report as well. हो सकता है, पूछा जा सकता है. By reading vision, it's enough for NABARD. Spotlight is not discussed. Spotlight like questions and spotlight like information is not available in vision. Vision is going to be more helpful in phase 2. Some aspects in phase 1, but more helpful in phase 2. Okay. Phase 1 specifically चाहिए तो you have to combine vision with spotlight. Otherwise नहीं हो पाएगा. All statements are incorrect or correct? All statements are incorrect. All statements are incorrect. Yes, all statements are incorrect. It is India which has the highest 2.5 concentration. It is Qatar who has the highest maximum ozone exposure. And infant deaths due to air pollution, again, it is India. Okay. ये चीज़ें ध्यान रखनी है आपको. स्टेट ऑफ ग्लोबल एयर रिपोर्ट काफ़ी ज़्यादा रेलिवेंट है. इट कैन बी आस्क्ड इन द एग्जामिनेशन. क्वेश्चन 51 पे आते हैं. आई बिलीव यू कैन नॉट सी द एंटायर क्वेश्चन. थोड़ा छोटा कर देते हैं. लेट्स रिड्यूस द साइज अ लिटिल बिट. ओके. A scheme was launched in 2000 by Ministry of Rural Development to provide all-weather access to eligible unconnected habitations in rural areas. Can you identify the scheme? First of all, your objective is to identify the scheme and tell me the scheme in the chat box. Consider the following statements regarding third phase of the scheme mentioned in the passage. Launched in 2018, objective of consolidating 1,50,000 kilometers through routes and major rural links. Total estimated cost 90,250 crore. Nilesh says India, Bangladesh and Nepal all are 2.5 pm. Please check again. Let us go back to the previous question. एक बार फिर से देखते हैं. State of Global Air Report. Let's Google it. I believe Nepal is also one of the highest, but I am not very certain if it is the highest or not. Okay. Okay, this is the old report, 2019. One second. Highest average (2.5 pm). Let's see if we can find something small so that we don't have to search a lot. यहीं पर आते हैं. Let's come to this only. Okay. Somebody says 2.5 is highest in India, Nepal, and Bangladesh. देखो यहाँ पे मिल गया PN 2.5 concentration 83.2 in India, Nepal में 83.1 है, so it is lesser than India. So in Nepal is at point number 2 and not point number 1. Okay, यहाँ पे हमको मिल गया top 10 countries with the highest pollution weighted average annual average PM 2.5 exposures in 2019. ठीक है ना? I hope it's clear now. यहाँ पे हमको exact numbers भी मिल गए हैं. So this is how you can search and verify. थोड़ा सा टाइम लगता है but it works. Okay, somebody says people are saying PM Gram Sadak Yojana. One second, let us go front to this question. PM Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana. Yes, that is the correct answer here. TB partnership, Shubham is saying in TB partnership official website it says 2001, PIB says 2000. एक बार official document फिर से देखो 2001 और 2000 में there must be some difference. 2000 में हो सकता है it might be established but it might have come into functioning in 2001. That might be a reason. Okay, if in the website it clearly says act passed and then set up in 2001, then it is clear. What happens in a lot of these bodies, especially in India as well, it happens कि setup होता है एक साल में, let's say 1934, but then it starts functioning in 1935. Setup in 1955 starts functioning in 1956. ठीक है ना? Third phase of the scheme के बारे में पूछा है. Let's come back to the question. Launched in 2018. Objective of consolidation of 1,50,000 kilometers. Total cost 90,250 crores. ग्राम सड़क योजना हैज़ ऑलवेज बीन वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, तो पूछा जा सकता है. द आंसर टू दिस क्वेश्चन इज डी, नन इज करेक्ट. लॉन्च्ड इन 2019, कंसोलिडेशन ऑफ 1,25,000 किलोमीटर्स, एस्टिमेटेड कॉस्ट 80,250 crore. ओके, मैंने आपको बताया था लास्ट सेशन में हाउ डू यू मेक नोट्स ऑफ दीज काइंड्स ऑफ फैक्ट्स. सो व्हाट यू कैन डू इज, लेट्स से आपने लिखा प्रधानमंत्री ग्राम सड़क योजना 3, okay, 2019, 1,25,000 kilometers, 80,000, 80,250 CR. That is all you need to write. आपने ये एक लाइन में आपका आराम से आ जाएगा, एक लाइन से कम में आ जाएगा. And before entering the examination hall, you can easily revise this. Okay, so information of let's say 6 months can be consolidated and compressed into let's say 2 pages, 3 pages this way, and that is how it is helpful because your brain works in the form of visualization, so it helps your brain remember more information. Okay, प्रधानमंत्री ग्राम सड़क योजना के बारे में another question, we have to identify the correct statements with respect to the funding pattern. It was initially a central sector scheme. Since 2014-15 it is being implemented as a centrally sponsored scheme. For all UTs the funding ratio is 100:0. देखो लॉजिकल चीज है, एक तो इसमें लॉजिकल है. ऑप्शन नंबर 3 इज लॉजिकल. फॉर ऑल यूटीज वेदर इट इज सेंट्रल सेक्टर और सेंट्रली स्पॉन्सर्ड, द फंडिंग हैज ऑलवेज बीन 100:0. द सेंटर कैन नॉट आस्क द यूटीज टू पे बिकॉज इट इज सेंटर्स ओन मनी. यूनियन टेरिटरी में सेंटर का ही पैसा होता है. सो इंस्टेड ऑफ आस्किंग द यूटी इट सेज ओके 100:0 का रेशो रखते हैं. ओके, तो लॉजिक है, ये तो सही होगा ही होगा. दिस हैज टू बी करेक्ट. सो इफ 1 and 2 से इज करेक्ट, ये हटा देते हैं. नन इज करेक्ट, हटा देते हैं. ऑल आर करेक्ट, इट कैन स्टे. एंड देन वी हैव टू आइडेंटिफाई ओके लेट्स सी विच वन ऑफ द फॉलोइंग इज इनकरेक्ट. ओके, डी और ए तो हमने हटा ही दिया. वी हैव रिमूव डी एंड ए. तो जिन लोगों ने भी डी लिखा है वो उनका आंसर गलत हो जाता है बाय लॉजिक इटसेल्फ. ओके, दैट इज हाउ यू कैन एलिमिनेट एज समबडी हैज पॉइंटेड आउट. दिस इज हाउ यू कैन एलिमिनेट एंड कम टू द राइट आंसर फास्टर. राइट आंसर तक भी नहीं पहुंचोगे, यू कैन गेट क्लोजर टू द राइट आंसर. दिस इज हाउ यू प्रैक्टिस. ओके, yes, majority of the people now have started saying option number 3. Yes, option number 3 or C is correct. Only 1 and 3 are correct. It is 2015-16 and not 14-15. Okay, and it was initially a central sector scheme. You have to read on Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana phase 3 again. Please spend 5 minutes on reading about it and make notes. Okay. 15th Finance Commission, very relevant question. एक आध आने के chances बहुत high हैं. Consider the following statements regarding the 15th Finance Commission report and identify the correct statements. There are 117 core recommendations in the report. Central government should bring down fiscal deficit to 4% of GDP by 2026-27. Finance Commission has recommended vertical devolution of taxes at 42%. We have to identify the correct statements here. देखो फाइनेंस कमीशन कितने साल के लिए आता है 5 years. The report was released in 2020. पहले एक साल के लिए रिलीज हुआ था. Then again it was released again in the year 2020 itself. So it has to be for till 2025. It is for 5 years. तो ये तो हमारा इनकरेक्ट हो गया. लॉजिक अगेन, लॉजिक अप्लाई करोगे तो 2 हमारा एलिमिनेट हो गया. तो 2 हटाओ, 2 हटाओ, 2 हटाओ. We can eliminate these. Okay, very easily. Now we are left with only 2 options, option B or option D. Let's see who can give the right answer. Yes, it's 41%, so we can eliminate this also. ये हमारा eliminate हो गया. So now we are left with only option A, option number 1, which is B. B में option number 1 दिया. So this has to be the right answer. Are you having any PDF compiled for the relevant schemes for NABARD? देखो कोई relevant या irrelevant scheme नहीं है NABARD के लिए, RBI के लिए, किसी भी एग्जाम के लिए. बहुत irrelevant schemes भी पूछी गई हैं एग्जाम्स में in the past. So giving out relevant schemes is a marketing gimmick. उससे आपका सिलेक्शन तो नहीं होने वाला है. उससे क्या होगा? As I had said, 25 question, 10 question and 5 questions. You will be able to answer these 25 questions, but you will not be able to answer these 10. और ये 5 तो छोड़ ही दो. एंड दीज आर द 10 विच आर गोइंग टू डिटरमाइन वेदर यू गेट थ्रू और नॉट. ये 25 तो आप पहुंच जाओगे, बट ये 10 तक नहीं पहुंचोगे. हाउएवर इफ यू कवर द एंटायर स्कीम डॉक्यूमेंट जो कि हमने स्टूडेंट्स को दिया हुआ है, तो देन यू आर कवरिंग दिस 25 ऑल्सो एंड देन यू आर कवरिंग दिस 10 ऑल्सो साइमल्टेनियसली. तो तुम्हारा ऑब्जेक्टिव हमेशा ये होना चाहिए कि भाई जो भी पढ़ रहे हो ढंग से पढ़ो, आधा अधूरा नहीं पढ़ना है. हाफ बेक्ड नॉलेज इज डेंजरस than ignorance. Similarly, here also half-baked preparation is more dangerous than no preparation. It's better not to prepare. Okay. Yes, of course, Anirban is asking, is it practically possible to remember all the minute details? It is possible. Revision बार बार करना होता है and you have to make notes in such a manner कि आप उसको revision का time कम कर पाओ. If first revision takes, let's say 5 days, the second revision should take 2 days, the third revision should take only 1 day. Okay. That is how you focus upon your studies. चलिए आगे बढ़ते हैं. Question number 54. Union Agriculture Minister has inaugurated 22 bamboo clusters in 9 states with a new logo of National Bamboo Mission. बहुत ज़्यादा relevant question नहीं है, but मैंने डाल दिया है ये वाला question क्योंकि बैम्बू का discussion काफ़ी ज़्यादा हुआ है सरकार में in the past 1 year. Okay. It was launched in 2006-07 as a centrally sponsored scheme and was subsumed under the Mission for Integrated Development of Horticulture during 2014-15 and continued till 2015-16. The restructured National Bamboo Mission was approved in 2018 for implementation till the end of 14th Finance Commission. The National Bamboo Mission is being implemented as a sub-scheme of National Mission on Sustainable Agriculture and under the umbrella scheme Krishnonati Yojana. The new logo designed by Sairam Gaudi Edigi. ये आपको स्पॉटलाइट में मिलेगा. Information. Spotlight contains such kinds of information. Okay. Let's see who can answer it correctly. इसका मैंने लिंक आपको दिया है. I have given you the link of National Bamboo Mission and analysis by Down to Earth. Down to Earth has done a beautiful analysis of the National Bamboo Mission along with the facts related with the mission. तो आप वहाँ से काफ़ी ज़्यादा अच्छे से सर्च कर सकते हैं. पूरा पढ़ लीजिएगा ज़रूर. प्लीज़ गो थ्रू दैट डॉक्यूमेंट. बहुत अच्छा सा एक पेज है, ब्रीफली बताया है उन्होंने. Abril says 1, 2 and 4 are correct. 3 is incorrect. A, option number A. Okay, so 2 people are saying option number A. The answer is option number E. All 1, 2, 3 and 4 are correct. बहुत सिंपल सा क्वेश्चन है, सिंपल सा आंसर है. ऑल आर करेक्ट इन दिस केस, कोई भी गलत नहीं है, ठीक है ना. आई वुड रिकमेंड दैट यू गो थ्रू दिस पेज ऑफ डाउन टू अर्थ और एक बार पूरा नेशनल बैम्बू मिशन प्लीज कवर इट विद द एनालिसिस गिवन ऑन दिस वेबसाइट. बहुत ही अच्छी एक वेबसाइट है, वेरी रेलिवेंट फॉर यूपीएससी, बट बिकॉज दिस इज स्पेसिफिकली फॉर बैम्बू मिशन विच इज़ एन इम्पॉर्टेंट पार्ट ऑफ एग्रीकल्चर, हॉर्टिकल्चर में आएगा ये, इसलिए दैट इज वाई आई एम सेइंग दैट इट इज रेलिवेंट फॉर द एग्जामिनेशन, ठीक है ना. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन पे आते हैं. 55 डायरेक्ट क्वेश्चन. हाउ मच अमाउंट हैज बीन अनाउंस्ड इन द यूनियन बजट फॉर रिकैपिटलाइजेशन ऑफ बैंक्स. कितना अमाउंट अनाउंस हुआ है, जल्दी से आंसर कर दीजिए. लेट्स सी हु कैन आंसर इट फर्स्ट एंड हु कैन आंसर इट करेक्टली. Very simple question, straightforward question. I don't think there is a need for any kind of discussion on this. 55B says Nilesh, 20,000 crore. Bhanu says B. Ashish says B. Avril says B. Everyone says B. Yes, that is the correct answer. देखो, जब ये फैक्ट याद हो सकता है तो यू कैन मग अप एंड रिमेंबर अदर फैक्ट्स एज वेल. ओके, कुछ भी फैक्ट याद कर सकते हैं. आपका ब्रेन की इतनी कैपेबिलिटी होती है, इट हैज़ द कैपेबिलिटी टू रिमेंबर दिस मच इन्फॉर्मेशन. यू जस्ट हैव टू ट्रेन इट अकॉर्डिंगली. ओके. Another question on union budget. It was announced that 5 major fishing harbors will be set up. Which of the following is not one of the 5 places where these harbors will be set up? Kochi, Chennai, Visakhapatnam, Petua Ghat, Tuticorin. Let's see who can answer it correctly. Question number 56 for today. (56E) Tuticorin. अभी तक जितने भी आंसर्स आए हैं, दे आर सेइंग द आंसर शुड बी E, Tuticorin. Yes, the answer is E, 56. Tuticorin is not one of the ports. Okay, not one of the areas. Let's come to the next question. Discuss करने की कोई ज़रूरत नहीं है. You have been going through the budget regularly. Sathi project was launched by Niti Aayog. Which of the following is one of the 2 knowledge partners in Sathi initiative of Niti Aayog? Knowledge partners कौन कौन से हैं साथी प्रोजेक्ट में? First homework or responsibility of yours is रीड अबाउट द साथी प्रोजेक्ट. इसके बारे में आपको पढ़ना है. यू हैव टू रीड अबाउट दिस प्रोजेक्ट. ओके, वंडरफुल ममता. यस, पारादीप इज द 5th वन. यू हैव टू रीड अबाउट द साथी प्रोजेक्ट. इसके बारे में डिटेल में पढ़ना है. इट कैन बी आस्क्ड इन द एग्जामिनेशन. वन ऑफ द फ्यू प्रोजेक्ट्स दैट हैव बीन रिलीज्ड बाय नीति आयोग. ज़्यादा प्रोजेक्ट्स नीति आयोग के हैं नहीं. Boston Consulting Group says Nilesh. Ashish says A, Microsoft. Akhil says BCG, Boston Consulting Group. The other one is Piramal Foundation. The other one is Piramal Foundation. Yes, the answer is BCG and the second one is Piramal Foundation. I think majority of you got it correct. 58th question पे आते हैं. Ministry of HRD in 2018 launched a scheme to promote research and academic collaboration with foreign universities. पुरानी देखो स्कीम है, उसके बारे में मैंने पूछ लिया है. Your objective is also to identify the full form of the scheme. फुल फॉर्म भी आपको याद रखनी है स्कीम की. दैट इज ऑल्सो वन ऑफ द टास्क दैट यू हैव टू डू. देखो, इस सेशन के बाद 15-20 मिनट, आधा घंटा निकालो इस सेशन के लिए. यू हैव द PDF, गो थ्रू ऑल द टॉपिक्स और द लिंक्स दैट आई हैव गिवन यू एंड वट एवर आई एम आस्किंग यू टू डू ऑन योर ओन. और उस आधा घंटे में प्लीज़ ये सारी चीज़ें कवर करो. यहाँ से कुछ नहीं तो 4-5 क्वेश्चन तो आपको स्ट्राइक करेंगे ही करेंगे. ओके, It should be Spark and not Impress. It should be Spark. It is the scheme for promotion of academic and research. Collaboration with foreign universities में Spark है. Okay. और social science की policy research में Impress है. Okay. Both of them are closely connected, but the correct answer here is Spark and not Impress. Foreign universities के साथ Impress नहीं align करेगी. They will not be collaborating. Spark will be collaborating there. Okay. चलो नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन पे आते हैं. फैक्चुअल क्वेश्चन था, गलत हुआ है तो आई वुड रिकमेंड कि आप देखो क्यों गलत हुआ है. रीड ऑन बोथ द स्कीम्स. वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन सॉइल हेल्थ कार्ड के ऊपर, बिकॉज एग्रीकल्चर के अंदर आएगा ये. ओके. सॉइल हेल्थ कार्ड इज प्रोवाइडेड टू ऑल द फार्मर्स विद रिकमेंडेड डोजेज ऑफ न्यूट्रिएंट्स बेस्ड ऑन टेस्टिंग ऑफ सॉइल. By how much the productivity of soil has been increased after the implementation of soil health card scheme. 5 to 6, 10 to 15, 12 to 15, 10 to 12 or 5 to 8. $59D 10 to 12 says Nilesh. देखो ये क्वेश्चंस कहीं ना कहीं मनीष सर एंड पूजा मैम हैव ऑलरेडी कवर्ड मेजॉरिटी ऑफ दीज क्वेश्चंस. काफ़ी सारे क्वेश्चंस इनमें से उन्होंने कवर किए हैं. कुछ ही क्वेश्चंस में मैंने आई हैव मेड सम चेंजेस. सो आई वुड रिकमेंड एंड आई वुड एक्सपेक्ट कि आप इफ़ यू आर अ रेगुलर रीडर ऑफ दी डॉक्यूमेंट्स दैट आई कीप गिविंग आउट, तो आपको ये सही पता होने चाहिए. द आंसर ऑफ दिस क्वेश्चन इज ए 5 to 6%. प्लीज़ ऐसे क्वेश्चंस मत गलत करो. फैक्चुअल क्वेश्चंस हैं, सिंपल क्वेश्चन है. These questions determine whether you get through or not. Okay, यहाँ पे गलतियाँ मतलब it's a blunder. Okay, if you're on the margin, you might not get through because of these kind of silly mistakes or blunders. Okay, next question पे आते हैं. Last question for today. The Act East policy aims at promoting economic cooperation, cultural ties, and develop a strategic relationship with countries in the Indo-Pacific region. The policy is based on 4C approach, which are the following is not one of the 4C. Which of the following is not one of the 4Cs? Collaboration, culture, commerce, connectivity, capacity building. Very straightforward and factual question yet again. Factual और straightforward question है. Please सही आंसर करिएगा इसको. Let's have the answers, guys. Culture, yes. Commerce, yes. Connectivity, yes. One of the 4Cs. The fourth is either collaborating or capacity building, one of them. Collaboration is not one of the 4Cs. Yes, capacity building is the fourth C. Culture, commerce, connectivity, capacity building. Okay, so CA, CO, CO and CU. Okay, इस तरह से भी याद रख सकते. There are multiple ways of remembering it. I'm not a very big fan of acronyms, but I'm trying to develop that art of coming out with good acronyms, and so should you. काफ़ी यूजफुल रहता है एग्जामिनेशन में फॉर अ लॉट ऑफ स्टूडेंट्स. ओके, चलिए. सो दिस वाज ऑल फॉर दिस सेशन. आई विल मीट यू अगेन इन द इवनिंग. या तो 6 बजे या फिर 7 बजे बैठेंगे. विल ट्राई एंड मीट एट 6 o'clock इन द इवनिंग एंड वी विल कवर पॉजिटिव डिस्क्रिमिनेशन टुडे. ठीक है. All the best, guys. Take care. Bye bye. I'll see you again in the evening. You can ask your doubts, etc. in these sessions. धीरे धीरे करके सारे डाउट्स क्लियर हो जाएंगे. ठीक है. All the best, guys. Take care. Bye bye.